Now live. Hi everyone. So just kind of as a heads up, this is our very first live.
Ever.
Yeah.
And we're going live to Jill Novak Yoga and Welcome to Bliss at the same time with 2 phones.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
On top of it. So this is kind of uncomfortable for us, and it's something new, and we've never done it before, and we know that we're on our growth edge here.
Yeah.
And to us, that's what we would like to offer you in the cleanse, is the idea that let's come to our growth edge. Let's come to this place where there's just a tiny bit of like, this is new, it might be a little uncomfortable, I've never done it before, or I'm not good at it. It's the other thing
Resistance.
That's the other thing that we're pretty strong on, is the fact that it's okay to suck.
Yeah.
We think there's just way too much attention nowadays on doing things right, or this is the perfect, or I'm gonna solve, and all those things are a bit of a joke. So we wanted to tell you how the Sheena Jill version of the spring cleanse works.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. So we start on April 7th. We're going to have a prep call. So basically what that means is we're going to go through the first part of the workbook to kind of give you like an outline of like what the cleanse could look like. So you'll have lots of options to choose from. We are going to then take you through a meditation process, really ground you into the cleanse and allow you to pick and choose what components you most need. Like what is it that you are being called forth to release with this cleanse. And it's going to be so different for everyone.
Yeah. I think that's the important thing, is that there is learning yoga is learning you, and when we start to practice things like this, we really want there to be an intuitive knowing on your part, so that you're not just taking a bunch of curated ideas and implementing them on your life, but we're giving you this buffet, and you're going to tune inward, and you're going to be like, okay, so what do I want to eat off that buffet, and honor that, because you might be just taking baby steps into this, or you might be diving kind of deep, and
what are you ready for?
We want to support that. We believe spring's a great time to do it too, because we're going to drop you out of winter and let's shed some of this and break ourselves, like the way we see the ground melting and the grass changing and all of this beautiful newness rising from it.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So after that first call we do on the 7th, we will go into our weekly Sunday evening check-in calls. And so what we're going to do in those calls is refine or move deeper. So we're going to set goals at the initial call, and that's not your goal for the whole cleanse. That is your goal for this week, like what feels good in this moment. And then with those Sunday evening calls, we get to reflect on the week, see what went really well, what needs to be adjusted, and then just refine and pivot our goals to make the next week kind of whatever it needs to be for you. So always self-honoring, and that's something that we both talk about so much, is we sometimes bite off more than we can chew, right? We think, okay, this cleanse, I'm gonna, cancel all the food, I'm going to, meditate every morning, I'm gonna do all these things, and then you get 2 days in and you're like, holy shit, that's not working for me, right? And I mean, I'm guilty of that.
Can't sustain,
Yeah. And so it's just about refinement. So there's no failing, there's no, I'm not doing enough, there's none of that. There's always about looking at, where am I today? What do I need moving forward? And self-honoring every single step of the way. And we're here to support you and to be your accountability partners, and just, be there alongside with you.
Yeah, there's a piece of that where awareness is the greatest agent of change. So what we want to do more than anything in this cleanse is help you create awareness. And sometimes that drop-in week, that first drop-in week, is you just going, oh, like this I've known for a long time doesn't serve me, and this is a pattern I'd like to shift. And what I want more of is this. And it's almost like we want to go down and curate that desire a little bit, like just kindle it. Because one of the best ways to sort of overcome resistance and move through old patterns is to know why you're doing it, to tap into that desire piece,
Yes.
so that you can move forward.
Yeah, I love you do a workshop about self-sabotage.
Yeah.
And I love that piece so much, because that's another part to look at, right? Like, I know for myself, going into this cleanse, a digital detox is really important for me. I recognize that I am in self-sabotage mode when Netflix is like on the like ready. And so for me, I know in order for me to be successful moving forward into this cleanse is if I take out the digital piece, then I know that I'm going to get to bed earlier. I know that it's going to allow me to wake up earlier. It's going to set me up for more success. So I often, ask people, like, what is that one thing that you need to do, right? Like, what is that one thing that if you either add in or potentially take away, it allows it, like, the rest to kind of fall into place.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of juiciness we're going to get into, and we're going to help you kind of excavate those answers for yourself.
Yeah, it's like that idea that what's the one thing that if you did only one thing, everything else would feel easier.
Yes. Yeah.
Or if you didn't do only one thing, if there's one thing you stopped, what else, like what would make everything easier? Sometimes we call that the keystone habit.
I like that. Yeah.
So we have been really intentional about this. We want this cleanse to be for people who hate cleansing.
Love it.
Yeah, maybe you love it. Yeah, but we want to make it accessible for the people who hate it.
Yes.
And if you're already a cleanse lover, then come join us, because this one will be the most fun one you've ever done. And it's gonna tap into way more. We don't want you to get to the end of this cleanse and be like, cleanse ends at 6 o'clock, beer and pizza. Like, we want you to sort of be like, I am a new person now. I can feel it in my bones that I've shifted some patterns that felt old, and like I was wearing clothes that no longer fit. And I want to let that drop away from me. Yeah.
Yes.
So,
and continue to move deeper, right? And whatever that means for you, maybe that's something as simple as, you continue to, not eat a certain food and see kind of where that takes you in the next season. That could be, it can mean so much for everyone. And I am so excited about touching in on all of those pieces, right? Again, we are looking at our physical bodies. We are going to be moving through our mind. We are going to be looking at our soul, our inner desires. Like, we're doing it all, and we're doing it together. And I'm so excited.
There's a big piece of this of energy. And so, like, where are you spending your energy right now that's just not serving you? And if we could learn how to honor the fact that we not only spend our energy, and most things sort of talk about you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this, and it's got all this energy stuff where how you have to spend your energy. And what we want to talk to you also about is, how do you curate? How do you build? How do you sustain? How do you curate that energy?
And
so
conserve.
Conserve, so that you're always, like, every day you get up, it's like, I plugged in my iPhone last night and I'm at 100% power today.
I love that.
Yeah,
Yes.
just like that idea of being able to curate it. So, hi, you people who have joined us live. Thanks for being here.
Miss Georgia. Aw. I love it.
Georgia, 3 Seeds, and Tracy Paley. Hello. Yes. So anyway, that's what we wanted to share with you today. Thanks for joining us.
One more thing, actually, sorry, before we say goodbye, is we are also doing teaching calls. So that's really important to know too. So yes, we're going to be, taking you in and really getting, you're doing a lot of the work, but we're also going to be introducing 3 different teaching calls. So we are going to go through the, like, more of like the detoxification channels, and like really, like, there's a teaching component as well. So I didn't want to forget about that, because that's going to be really rich as well. Yeah.
So you have a workbook. We have 4 Sunday night calls and 1 prep call. And you have these teaching calls, and we do have a Facebook community, but we wanted to let you know that we're going to communicate via email. So if you are doing, like Sheena, the digital detox, that we're not going to introduce sort of reasons why you have to be on your phone if you don't want to be. You're welcome to dive into the community if that feels supportive. We still haven't decided how essential we want the community to be, because we think that we want the community, but we really also want you to honor that idea if you need to digitally detox.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And I think too, knowing that like if we are here, so if there's additional support or encouragement or questions and you are digitally detoxing, reach out by email. Like we're here to support you in any way that you need throughout the 3 weeks. And I mean,
we'll communicate by email too.
Yes.
Yeah. So you get a little dash of Jill and Sheena every Sunday night, and you learn how to tap into you.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah.
Thanks.
Right. Bye, everyone.
We hope this posts.
Yeah. Have an awesome day, guys.